they love being around me and I love being around them. And I think it's just that comfort level. They know that when they come here, they're going to get a lot of exercise. It's fun. They're going to get a lot of, hugs and kisses and pets and belly rubs and all kinds of stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't have a secret. I don't have a secret. It's just something about me, I guess. I don't know. Those dogs go nuts if I'm not back there, they'll all lay by the gate.
That's Jennifer from Dirty Paws. We'll take a closer look at that cute story a little bit later on. But first up, some bigger news. The City Council recently passed a resolution to put a Parks and Recreation initiative on the November 8th ballot. Voters will decide on improvements to our park system.
Well, our goal for this was we've identified kind of where we're at. We've taken a snapshot of where we're at as a community, almost 50 years into our history of being incorporated, seeing where we're at. We found that we have done a great job with programming, but we lack the functional facility space that we need to really provide the proper programming for a community of our size. And we also want to create places that people can enjoy on a daily basis.
If the millage is passed, the following is included in the plan. Construction of a new 122,000 square foot community center, a permanent facility for the Dodge Park Farmers Market, a refrigerated ice rink for outdoor skating, an outdoor spray ground, a multi-use skate park, development of a hike-bike trail linking Delia Park with the City Nature Preserve, a dog park, facilities for canoe and kayak enthusiasts to enjoy the best stretch of the Clinton River in Macomb County, capital improvements to nearly every one of the city's 26 neighborhood and 5 major parks, access for city residents to enjoy an aquatics option for year-round water activity, a mini turf soccer field.
The other part is really it's a large investment into our park system that is aging really by the day at this point. We have a great park system, but it's getting old, it's getting tired, it's wearing down. We need to pump money back into it to make it a viable park system again that people can use.
If passed, the millage will support the total cost to develop all of the project, which is valued at $45 million. The estimated cost to the average Sterling Heights homeowner is $62.96 a year.
Hi, everybody!
Welcoming Michigan recently hosted its first Friendship Games in Sterling Heights at Delia Park. It's an effort to bring residents of all cultural and ethnic backgrounds together for an enjoyable day at the park.
And this is a really important event for our community to show our new neighbors how welcoming we are as a city. This is their home now, just like it's our home. And we're really excited for all the folks that have come out today to spend this beautiful sunny day with each other in fellowship and to play some soccer. I think the most important thing when you have new people coming into the community is to make them feel welcome, to make them feel at home as much as possible. The more that they feel at home, the more that they're going to build relationships with their neighbors, the more that they're going to come to the city library, come to the city parks, and be a full, active member of the community. And that's what we're all shoot for. In order to be a strong community, we have to build strong relationships with each other. And when you have new people that are from other countries or from other parts of our country or from other parts of the world, it's hard to learn really quick what the customs are here. This is a great way for people to get to know each other and to feel like they're part of the community and to feel like they can get the most out of the city like all of us do.
At the conclusion of the event, Councilman Skinars took part in an awards ceremony that left a smile on all of the participants' faces, bringing an end to a wonderfully inclusive event that is sure to make residents proud to call Sterling Heights home. As many of you can attest to, Sterling Heights has been overwhelmed by road construction projects over the past year. Well, it doesn't end next year, as Hall Road will undergo a major overhaul itself. MDOT hosted a meeting with residents and business owners at the Sterling Heights City Council chambers, with those involved in the reconstruction process available to answer questions. The $32 million project will begin in early spring of 2017 and will be complete near Thanksgiving.
I guess it's worth noting at this time that MDOT is seeking funding for M59 east of Hayes as well. And although MDOT hasn't received word that the funding is in place, it's a possibility that that section of road will be under construction at the same time and be included as part of this project in 2017.
When complete, the roadway will maintain 8 lanes of traffic and have improved sidewalks and drainage. During construction, 3 lanes of traffic will be open during peak hours.
The project will start early in 2017. The first thing that will happen is there'll be temporary pavement put down within the median to allow for the 3 lanes of traffic maintenance. Once the temporary pavement is down, they'll start on that probably in March or April. Once the temporary pavement's down, then they'll put traffic on it and they'll start constructing the outside lanes first.
Residents who recently attended the annual Memorial Day Parade experienced great performances by local high school bands. Recently, the Sterling Heights Arts Commission recognized Sterling Heights High School as the top band in this year's parade. The Stallions performed America the Beautiful in front of our SHTV cameras during the parade.
But this is something the kids get excited for, the families get excited for, and you can see when we come going down Dodge Park, and you know where the Stallion parents are at, and we have some teachers that live in the area, and they come to the parade, and our principal was at the parade this year, so it's a lot of fun. It's cool.
The Memorial Day Parade, which has participants from throughout Metro Detroit, saw 2 Sterling Heights bands do quite well as Henry Ford finished as the runner-up. Now that summer is here and the kids are out of school, parents from all ends of the city are beginning to hear those dreaded words. I'm bored. There's nothing to do. Well, the Sterling Heights Public Library has a cure for that. The library has a full schedule of events and programs lined up throughout the summer for kids of all ages. Recent programs held include Nature Center at the library and Star Wars Day. These events are part of the summer reading program, which kicked off on June 20th with Kids Comic-Con.
Sort of like what Anne Marie made for us.
We've got suction cup darts flying and water pistols going and crafts flying all over the place. We're doing Comic-Con today at the library. We've got our Minecraft that we're doing right here where kids are quashing the creeper. We soaked the Wicked Witch of the West earlier. We're going to be playing a Cat in the Hat game later. We have got some Star Wars things. We've got a Star Trek craft. We've got a Disney's Olaf craft. So we've got all sorts of things that we're doing today. This is the first day of our summer reading program. We're kicking everything off today. And all throughout the summer, we've got different games and activities. We have Minecraft sessions, we have crafts, we have story times. We have all sorts of stuff going on this summer at the library, trying to get the kids to come into the library because they might be a little bit bored at home. We want them to keep their brains active too, not just their bodies physically active, but keep their brains active. It's going to help them so much more when they go back to school this fall. So we do have our summer reading program. If kids come to the library, they can pick up a bingo sheet, and if they read certain things or certain amounts of time during a given week, they bring it back to the library. They get a prize from the library, and they can win, they get tickets to win into a grand prize drawing that we're doing.
The kids enjoy it. We come to the library at least once a week, and it gets them reading throughout the year. It gives them some tracking, especially when they get to put the little bingo dots on the thing, and it keeps them going, it keeps them motivated to keep reading different programs and different subjects.
Visit shpl.net for more details, or just drop on by the library to sign up for the program and pick up a pamphlet highlighting some of the programs scheduled throughout the year. While you're at it, grab a few books to read in the sun. Moving on, 3 years ago, Dirty Paws became the first dog daycare in Sterling Heights after moving here from Shelby Township. We caught up with this business owner to offer our viewers a treat. Dirty Paws offers a kennel for boarding for as long as 6 months and a daycare which is operated similar to a child daycare.
When they're here for daycare, they're not in a cage. When they come for daycare, they are out playing. We have an awesome facility. Our indoor facility play area is 3,500 square feet. Our outside facility, our play areas outside, is a combined 5,000 square feet. We have a bigger side here and then a smaller side on the south side of the building. While they're here, they are not kenneled for daycare. The only time that they are kenneled is if you want us to feed your dog lunch. Puppies, we tend to feed lunches too. They get kenneled for like an hour. Other than that, no, they are out playing all day. So they go home nice and tired at the end of the day.
For dog owners worried about their pet's interaction with other dogs, all newcomers are evaluated before being admitted.
We have a process of how we bring in our dogs to the facility. All dogs that are coming into our facility are required to do an evaluation. Dogs need to be up to date on all of their vaccinations, which include rabies, distemper, and bordetella. Bordetella is for canine cough. A lot of people think that that is a vaccination that the veterinarians automatically give, but they don't. So when you board your dog, you have to make sure that they do have that vaccination, otherwise we can't take you. Once we confirmed all of that, there's some paperwork that everybody needs to fill out. Then we require all dogs to come in for an evaluation day. How we do that for boarding, and we do it for daycare as well. Every dog that comes through these doors, we temperament test. We don't take any aggressive dogs, so we, for lack of a better word, we vet every dog that comes through here. If we see any signs of aggression from any dogs, we do not take them. So the pack that we have right now, it's a very good pack. Everybody is, it's very cohesive. Everybody gets along very, very well.
At Dirty Paws, it is stressed that dogs should be trained before becoming a guest.
One thing that I tell people when they contact me about daycare, I tell them daycare is not a place for a dog to learn to be social. The dogs already should be social. We're not that type of facility. There are facilities out there that are more along the training lines. We're not like that. We're a social club for dogs, basically. So we have to make sure that all dogs that come through these doors get along with other dogs. I mean, we have a 120-pound Great Dane that comes who can play with a 5-pound Maltese. That's just how it is, And I know people freak out about that, but, we're staffed, for that type of thing.
The facility has one employee for every 15 dogs, and someone is supervising the canines at all times. Puppies can be admitted after 14 weeks, provided they have had their first 2 shots. Jennifer Stinson, a Sterling Heights resident, started Dirty Paws 4 years ago after she had a terrible experience with her own pet.
I took my dog to daycare. I used to work for General Motors, Hewlett-Packard. I was contract through Hewlett-Packard. And I took my dog to daycare. And I thought, God, this is a great job. This is really, who thought of this? This is amazing. And that really wasn't even the reason I did it. I noticed when I was taking my dog, I thought she really liked it. I really thought she liked it. Then I switched jobs in the company, so I was working at home, so I never took her. Well, then I got called back in, and I'm like, well, looks like you're going back to daycare. And when I took her in, she was petrified. The owner of that facility was walking towards her to come and get her, and she dropped to the floor and she peed everywhere. She's never done that, never, never, never. So I knew in my gut that something was wrong there. So ever since then, it's like, that's what I'm gonna do. I want to open a facility where it's not about the money. I mean, of course I'm in business, I wanna make money, but I'm not gonna take a dog and keep a dog here who isn't comfortable being here. I want all of my dogs that come through here to come in happy. I want them to leave tired. I want to see those dogs come through that door in the morning happy to be here. And I've never had a dog who has not been happy to be here. Even after one day, the next day the dog comes in, they're pulling their owners through that door. And that's what I want to see.
And finally today, our latest Sterling Heights featured artist is Jan Burns. Her work can be seen in the lower level of City Hall and at the Sterling Heights Public Library. Jan, who knew she was going to be an artist since kindergarten, has work that is made of faux finish plaster products.
For some reason, I just knew. I can still remember the drawing that I brought home, and I just was all excited about it, and I've always loved art. So, and I always, you know, told my kids, do what you love because, you know, you're good at it then. I took every art class I could, and you know, I always did well in it, and I got a scholarship, not a full ride or anything, but I got a scholarship for some different state contests, which I got first place, and I went to Western, and I didn't like it there because it was the art in the college was the weirder the better, and I wanted to learn how to draw. I wanted to learn how to do it, you know, to draw and really improve my skills. And it was, to me, it was kind of a joke. And I ended up going to Macomb, where there were people that were in the field teaching, and it was a much better fit for me. And then I got a job in the studio and worked, but it's all automotive because of, you know, because of where we live. And then when I had my daughter, I stayed home, and then I could really explore because I wasn't confined by, you know, somebody else's, you know, what they want.
Jan discovered her current medium by exploring.
Just exploring in the garage. I mean, that's my studio, it's my garage. And just, you know, by doing, coming up with samples for people's walls, different treatments. And then sometimes they'd want artwork, and it was just all a bunch of happy accidents, I call them. But really, I believe, you know, that we all have something in, you know, God puts that inside of us. I believe that.
For any young artist or aspiring artist, Jan offers this advice.
I say go for it. I mean, my parents, they discouraged me not to go into art because of money. And that's the driving, that's pretty much the filter that everybody filters their life by, is how much, you know. And I never did. I mean, I did go to school for business, but I intended on taking every art class I could. Well, within a year I was into art, and, you know, it was just something in me. I couldn't, you know, I didn't want to shut it down, and my parents finally said, and, you know, and I did well. Just, you know, I didn't go to college for faux finishing. I, you know, just happened across it and loved it, and God provided me with really good clients and you know, to opportunities to do different things.
A major part of what makes Sterling Heights the great community that it is has to do with people that care. Everyday volunteers are out making a small difference in the community that adds up to a big impact every year. One of those volunteers is Ruth Ann Shinzing, but you wouldn't know it by talking to her. That's because Ruth Ann is humble.
Wherever I'm needed, I'm willing to work, help the city out.
And help she has done. On this day, she was working on beautifying the children's garden behind the library. But Ruth Ann has served on a number of other boards and commissions, including CDBG, Friends of the Library, and the Historical Commission.
Well, I've lived here for almost 40 years. And so, you know, you might as well help out where you're at, where you're living, and instead of going somewhere else. Even though I have done stuff for Detroit, you know, I'll help them out quite a bit, but Sterling Heights is where the heart is.
Ruth Ann feels that volunteering has enriched her life and recommends it to all residents.
I would say give it a try. I mean, it's not something you're committed to where they're not going to let you go. I mean, it's got to be something you want to do. Come and try it, and then if you don't like it, move on to another one.
That's going to wrap up this edition of Sterling Report. But before we go, I wanted to mention that SHTV cameras recently recorded the Dale Vaughn Band at Music in the Park. Check the SHTV schedule for air dates and times of that program. Before we go, here's one last look at the Sterling Heights Marching Band.